The question here is now, which is arising, is that will the Chief Election Commissioner of India will be removed? What is the process of removal? How a Chief Election Commissioner is appointed? The Chief Election Commissioner, how he is removed, under which article we are going to discuss. The opposition under India Bloc Alliance, so the opposition alliance under India Bloc, they are putting such charges that the 65 lakh voters whose name has been removed from Bihar is a triggering point. Apart from that, also in Bangalore Central, there were cases of fake voting system and fake votes. The Chief Election Commissioner said that these cases are baseless and now they don't adhere to this. These cases are baseless because under the Representation of People Act, the Chief Election Commissioner, the Election Commission of India, has the rights to revise the electoral roll. Under Article 324, Subclause 5, we have seen the process of Chief Election Commissioner removal is given, in which it says that the similar manner in which the Supreme Court judge is removed, the Chief Election Commissioner will be removed. And how that is done? By the allegations of proved misbehavior and incapacity, then a resolution will be passed from Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, minimum 50 member, and then it will go for the chairperson, that is the chairman and speaker. If they again say yes, then an inquiry committee will be formed, and then further it will go for special majority voting in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So we will be seeing all these things in today's class, in today's video. So please stay tuned with us. Hello everyone, good morning. We are back with our analysis on the current affairs and detailed analysis we are going to do on this topic. And the topic now talks about how the opposition has united together to start an impeachment process against the Chief Election Commissioner. We have already seen that a process has been started, a 3-member committee has been formed against a Allahabad High Court judge, and now we have seen the Chief Election Commissioner who is in doubt in the present scenario. What is happening? Let us tell you. See, after the voter list examination and revision in Bihar, 65 lakh voters were removed from the voter list. And since then, the opposition party under Rahul Gandhi is voicing out against the Chief Election Commissioner's process and how they are doing it. Is it transparent or not is a big question. Yes, is it transparent or not transparent has become a very prime question here. So here the opposition is giving a lot of dilemmas and lot of allegation on Chief Election Commission and how the Election Commission as a whole works. They have pinpointed here, and we are going to discuss that only. So here we have seen that will the Chief Election Commissioner be impeached? The political process and the implication of it we will be discussing today. And here we have the Chief Election Commissioner's image and the opposition leader Rahul Gandhi. Okay. So impeachment move against Chief Election Commissioner, that is Gyanesh Kumar, would lack numbers. Although opposition is saying that yes, we are going to have an against an impeachment motion against the Chief Election Commissioner, but still if we talk about the numbers, they are not going to have the majority number. See, if we talk about the removal process of Chief Election Commissioner, it is similar to that of Supreme Court judge. You hear that? It is similar to that of Supreme Court judge, and we will be dealing how this news is becoming a headline. So opposition party likely to bring impeachment motion notice against Chief Election Commissioner. And yes, it is not far because a lot of allegations of vote chori has been given from opposition under Rahul Gandhi. See, not only in Bihar, but also in Bangalore, we have seen in some constituencies, in Karnataka, in some constituencies, there were issues of fake voter ID cards. There were issues of fake voting system, which was actually happening. Okay, did you get the whole agenda? What is happening over here? This is what is happening. Okay, this is what is happening. The invalid votes, the fake words, the opposition is talking about, but the election commission under the Chief Election Commissioner is not able to answer those allegation is the biggest question. Why they are not able to answer these allegations when they are clean sheet from within? See, Supreme Court has also said you give the names of 65 lakhs, okay, 65 lakh people whom you have removed from the voter list. You please give the name of those people. Okay, so this is the whole scenario. Let's discuss it. The opposition alliance under India bloc. Okay, there is an opposition alliance. There is no majority here, but there is an alliance called India bloc is reportedly considering an impeachment motion against whom? Against Chief Election Commissioner. That is Gyanesh Kumar, which is now in news completely. This move comes an allegation of voter list irregularities and electoral fraud. So there were a lot of irregularities which were seen in the voter list and also electoral frauds they have seen. And thus they were like, why this is happening? They were asking thousands of questions from the election commissioner, and now they are deciding to take this impeachment process forward. Okay, you can see. So recently, the Election Commission dismissed their allegation as baseless, stating that voter roll revision is a routine and transparent process. So, under Representation of People Act 1950, 1951, Election Commission has this power to make the revision in the electoral roll process. You get that? So, under your Representation of People Act 1950, 1951, Election Commission of India has the rights to revise the electoral roll, that is the voter list of particular state, and thus they are doing it. There is no harm in doing that. So whatever opposition is saying is baseless. It's what they are saying. Okay. Still, opposition leaders, especially in Bihar and Bangalore, claims deliberate deletion or duplication of voters. So there was deliberate deletion and duplication of voters in where? In Bangalore and in Bihar. So they have seen these two regions, that is your Bengaluru and Bihar has seen such kind of thing happening in the voter list. Okay, you get the whole point. So such allegation highlights the political contestation around the credibility and neutrality of who? The Election Commission of India as a whole. So Election Commission of India is a constitutional body, my dear friends. So constitutional body has a lot of respect, has a lot of power, and currently if we talk about, it's a three-member body consisting of the chief election commissioner and two election commissioners. If we talk about the hierarchy of these two people, the hierarchy, there is no hierarchy. Everyone is equal. The three-member body is equal. The chief election commissioner is equal in powers to the election commissioners. That is the thing which we are talking here. Okay, so there is no hierarchy, but there is little slight difference in the removal process. If we talk about the removal process of chief election commissioner, and if we talk about the removal process of election commissioners, there is difference in that. Okay, understood? Let's go forward. So opposition triggering points. The immediate trigger point was the campaign in Bihar, where opposition leaders alleged that millions of votes names were deliberately deleted. And how many names? It was 55 lakh people whose names were deleted. It's a huge number, isn't it? 65 lakh voters' name has been removed from the voter list, and now Supreme Court has also come forward, and Supreme Court has said that use Aadhaar card as their identification. Okay, use Aadhaar card as the identification grind for these people. Okay, so fake or duplicated entries were raised in Bangalore Central as well. So in Bangalore Central also we have seen that there were fake entries happening. Fake entries happening were there. So this is also a huge concern. Why this kind of entries are happening? Why we are getting fake votes? This need to be stopped, right? This need to be stopped. And if we really want to stop this, we have to work together. See, the transparency of Election Commission of India is very vital. We all know that. It's very vital. So, Election Commission of India has to prove that it's transparent, and whatever decision it has taken with good reasons and conscience. Okay, the chief election commissioner has to prove his points before the opposition so that their mouth is shut forever. Okay. The opposition claims such manipulations are politically motivated and it creates a pressure on election commission. They are saying that all these things which is happening by the side of election commission is politically motivated. It's done by the majority government. But do you think so? Is it that easy to manipulate a constitutional body that is Election Commission of India? No, that's not easy. Nobody can manipulate a constitutional body, and for that sake, anybody. Everyone has their own rights. Everyone works as the rule book. And under the Representation of People Act 1950, 1951, they are doing so. So nobody is stopping them for doing their rights. Okay. By initiating a parliamentary debate, they aim to draw attention and mobilize. This tactic can also fuel broader discussions on electoral reforms, broader issues like appointment process of election commissioner. So currently, if we talk about the appointment process of election commissioner, it is appointed by a member of people, and the president is there. Okay, the opposition leader is there, prime minister is there, and two people from cabinet selected by prime minister is there. So the opposition is saying, should we also look into the appointment process of chief election commissioners and other election commissioners? Is the time to revamp that process and also to remove that old process and get something new? So they are asking such kind of questions as well. Okay. The removal of Chief Election Commission is governed by Article 324(5). So Article 324(5) discuss about the removal process of Chief Election Commissioner. And here is the difference and here is the catch, friends. Okay, what is the catch? The catch is how differently these people, that is Chief Election Commissioner and election commissioners, are doing differently. What they are doing differently. The chief election commissioners, they are removed by the president with the process of Supreme Court judge. So how a Supreme Court judge is removed? Okay, in the similar manner, the chief election commissioner is also removed, is a big thing. Okay, but if we talk about the other election commissioners, the other election commissioners are removed by the chief election commissioner. So president take advice of chief election commissioner and removes other election commissioner. So this is the difference. Okay, you understood? This is the difference over here. So similar manner as the Supreme Court judges removed. So the same criteria, that is that is your misbehavior, and your you have two words over here. Okay, so misbehavior and incapacity. Proven misbehavior and incapacity are the two things, are the two bases under which these people, the chief election commissioner, is removed. Because a Supreme Court judge is also removed like that only. है ना? A Supreme Court judge and a High Court judge, how they are removed? See, first, we have to prove their proven misbehavior and incapacity. Then the resolution goes by 100 people in Lok Sabha and 50 people in Rajya Sabha, or 50 people. It's or either this or that. So they will start the resolution and then it will go to further their speaker and the chairman of the Rajya Sabha. For if they say yes to it, it will move forward and a three-member committee is formed. A three-member committee will investigate and they will find whether a so and so person is guilty or not. If so and so person is guilty, then again this will go for voting process in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So you understood the whole scenario? It will go to Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha in that instance. And then the special majority is given. That is special majority, majority of total membership of the House, and 2/3 of the members present and voting. This is your special majority. Okay, so committee tells that the person is guilty. Once the inquiry committee says that the person is guilty, then it goes for the voting process in your Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Okay, both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha must pass the motion. Finally, president gets the removal accent. Okay, numerical challenge in parliament, but there is a numerical challenge which is happening, because of which we see that the Rajya Sabha, that is the opposition party, will not be having that much of majority. The game changer makes removal of Chief Election Commissioner extremely difficult. For instance, in Lok Sabha, 535 members and at least 272 MPs must vote in favor just to cross the majority of total membership. So, can you understand that Lok Sabha, if we have member of 543 members, 272 members MPs need to vote for this, which is a great challenge, which the numbers they are not going to get. Okay, two-thirds of those present and voting also suppose the motion. The same condition applies in Rajya Sabha as well. So, do you think that current situation is there a mistake of chief election commissioner? No, I don't think so, because the majority party and the ruling party does not think that the chief election commissioner has any role to play in these kind of things. Okay, the whole process is very transparent. The ruling party is in the support of chief election commissioner and also the election commission of India, so they are not going to vote here. So when they are not going to vote, then the motion which even the opposition starts, it is not going to be funded. Given the ruling coalition's strong majority, impeachment of chief election commission is almost impossible in practice. Okay, it's almost impracticable, because the majority, that is the ruling party, says no to it. And when the ruling party says no to it, when they are going to get the numbers, which number I'm talking here? I'm talking about this number, the majority votes which they need from both the houses, that is Lok Sabha and Raj Sabha. They are not going to get it. So even if they initiate the process, this is not going to happen, which is not practical. And if we talk about the broader implication, it sparks debates about electoral credibility. Beyond parliament, they can approach the Supreme Court, launch public campaign and demand greater transparency. So the opposition can also do this, and such clashes may weaken the public trust on Election Commission of India. So the election process is very tedious, right? The election process of parliament, of state legislature, all these processes are very. And do you know, the Election Commission of India takes the election process of the parliament, the state legislature, the president, and the vice president. बताइए कौन कौन चार? You have your parliament, state legislature, president, and the vice president. So they are taking the election of these four important elections. And how we can just pinpoint our fingers like that, that the election process and the election method is not good. Okay, so further the people will start losing the credibility and neutrality, and thus the democratic inflations will be much higher. Now let's see a practical questions of prelim. Okay, practice question of prelims. With reference to the removal of Chief Election Commission of India, consider the following statement. The CSC can be removed from office only on the same manner as a judge of Supreme Court. This is right. The motion of removal must be passed by a majority membership of the each house of the parliament, each house, that is Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. This is again right. The motion must also be supported by at least two-thirds of the members present and voting in the both house. Yes, the President of India can remove the election in his discretion parliamentary approval. No, President doesn't have a discretionary power to remove Chief Election Commissioner. So here answer is 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yes, here the answer is 1, 2, 3. The fourth statement is wrong. Fourth statement is wrong because President cannot use its discretionary power to remove a chief election commissioner. Nowhere we have read. Okay. So today you have to go back and you have to read the election commissioner chapter, students, so that you get a good clarity on this subject and you get a good clarity how this works, how the appointment process of chief election commission is done, election commission is done, how the removal process is done. Okay, this becomes very vital. And now we have two mains questions. GS paper 2 polity, discuss the constitutional provisions regarding the removal of Chief Election Commission of India. How does these safeguards ensures the independence of Election Commission? What are the procedure for the appointment and removal of Chief Election Commission, and how this ensures a safeguard for the position? The process of removal of Chief Election Commission is stringent, but concerns over the neutrality of the Election Commission still persist. So, whatever the case was going on right now by the opposition, you have to talk about it. Okay, the case which is going on by the opposition. Understood? So, these two questions you have to practice, my dear students. You have to practice. Okay, so once you start listening to what we are giving, the crux, the main points of the agenda which is happening in news, and then you start writing answers, you will be becoming master of this domain of UPSC. Okay, that's all for now, and admissions are open. You can join here as Universal Coaching Center, Universal Group of Institution. So do visit our channel and our website and do let us know if you are interested. You can also join our Telegram channel, Universal Group of Institution, right? That's all, student. I am your current affairs educator, Rainy Simon at Universal Group of Institution. We will be meeting again tomorrow with more details and better facts on the news analysis. Okay? Till then, stay tuned with us.